Owners thought they bought dependable daily drivers, safe choices, smart money. Instead, some of them got cars that didn't slowly wear out. They failed without warning. No gradual decline. No dramatic overheating on the highway shoulder. No obvious, it's getting worse, phase. Just one normal morning, one routine drive, and then, a dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree. Or worse, nothing at all. Engines stalled in intersections. Transmissions lost drive mid-merge. Timing chains snapped without a sound. Turbochargers detonated like grenades inside perfectly maintained engines. Families stranded. Savings drained. Cars towed away that were running perfectly fine the night before. These weren't obscure brands. They weren't experimental exotics. They were household names, and the worst part, most owners never saw it coming. The Ford Focus should have been bulletproof. Ford Focus, for years, it was the sensible choice. Affordable, efficient, easy to park, easy to live with. Ford marketed it as modern and intelligent, especially the new generation models with the dual-clutch automatic transmission. It was supposed to combine the fuel efficiency of a manual with the convenience of an automatic. Best of both worlds. At first glance, it looked like a bargain. Fun to drive. Great MPG, backed by a massive brand with over a century of engineering behind it. This should have been safe. Parents bought it for college students. Commuters chose it to avoid SUV fuel bills. Used buyers trusted the name. On paper, it checked every box. But this is where the story takes a dark turn. Early owners noticed something strange. The car would hesitate from a stop, shudder when accelerating, a weird vibration like someone was learning to drive stick. Dealers said it was normal. That phrase would haunt owners for years. Online forums began filling up. Same symptoms, same complaints. Jerky shifts, grinding noises, transmission warning lights that came and went. But it wasn't catastrophic yet. Most people shrugged it off. This wasn't the worst part. Because the real issue wasn't rough shifting. It was what happened when the transmission simply decided not to engage at all. Focus used a dual-clutch transmission called the power shift. Instead of a traditional torque converter automatic, it relied on computer-controlled clutches. In theory, brilliant. In reality, the clutches wore prematurely, seals leaked, software struggled to manage engagement smoothly. And here's what made it terrifying. Failure often felt random. One day it worked. The next day, you pressed the gas and nothing. Drivers reported losing drive while merging into traffic. Cars lurching violently at intersections, some completely refusing to move. Imagine sitting at a green light. Press the accelerator. The engine revs. But the car doesn't move. That split second of confusion, that's when panic sets in. And even after repairs, clutch replacements, reprogramming, new components, many owners saw the problem return, because if this failure happened once, it almost always came back. This is where ownership turned into regret. Some cars had multiple transmission replacements under warranty. Others fell just outside warranty coverage. Repair bills climbed into the thousands. Owners spent weeks without their cars. Some dealerships ran out of parts. Resale value collapsed as word spread. Used buyers thought they were scoring a deal, not realizing they were buying into a cycle. Many sold at huge losses just to escape, and just when owners thought it couldn't get worse, they discovered the next car on this list. Ford issued software updates, extended warranties, technical service bulletins. There were lawsuits. Internal documents surfaced showing awareness of issues. But the cars stayed on sale. For some buyers, it felt like betrayal. The Focus name, once dependable, became associated with transmission anxiety. Trust, once broken, is expensive to repair. If you're a student on a tight budget, avoid the automatic versions. Rely on one car for daily commuting with no backup. Risky. Manual transmission models, generally safer. But as a used automatic daily driver, it's a gamble many regret taking. The Focus teaches one brutal lesson: new technology doesn't always mean better ownership. Innovation without durability becomes a liability. And when failure feels random, confidence disappears. Subaru WRX Rally Heritage. Turbocharged punch. All-wheel drive. The WRX wasn't just a car. It was an identity. Owners believed they were buying overbuilt performance. Japanese reliability with turbo excitement. On paper, perfect daily sports sedan. This should have been safe. But turbo performance adds pressure, and pressure exposes weakness. Full consumption whispers. Knock sounds under load. Forum threads titled, "Is this normal?" Some engines felt strong, until they didn't. This wasn't the worst part, because the real disaster wasn't a sensor. It was what enthusiasts call Ringland failure. The WRX's turbocharged boxer engine ran high boost from the factory. Some engines suffered cracked ringlands, the fragile sections of piston that seal compression. When they crack, compression drops, oil burns, power disappears, sometimes suddenly, no dramatic warning, just misfires then a rebuild. Rebuilding a turbo boxer engine isn't cheap, and if you modified it, warranty might vanish instantly, and if it happens once, it often means full engine replacement. 5-figure rebuild quotes. Dealers blaming modifications, owners arguing maintenance history, cars sitting undrivable, some rebuilt stronger, others sold broken, because turbo dreams become expensive realities. And just when enthusiasts thought it couldn't get worsey, luxury buyers were facing their own surprise. BMW 5 Series executive comfort, German engineering, silky power. The 5 Series symbolized success. On paper it was refined, powerful, intelligent. This should have been safe, but complexity hides fragility. Certain models equipped with turbocharged V8 engines develop timing chain and oil consumption issues. When timing chains stretch or fail, engines self-destruct, and sometimes there was barely a warning. Rattling noise ignored, check engine light dismissed, then catastrophic failure. Luxury repair bills follow luxury failures. 5 figures easily. Owners out of warranty faced staggering costs. Extended warranties denied claims over maintenance history. Some cars lost half their value overnight, because nothing destroys resale like engine replacement rumors. And just when buyers thought mainstream brands were safer, crossovers joined the list. Chevrolet Equinox, affordable, practical. On paper, it was the safe suburban choice, until oil consumption became impossible to ignore. Certain engines burned oil excessively. Owners unaware ran engines low. Low oil leads to timing chain damage. Timing chain damage leads to engine failure, often without dramatic early warnings. Just sudden knocking, then silence. Repairs, thousands. Families stranded. And just when that felt familiar, another turbo crossover followed the pattern. Volkswagen Tiguan, European design, turbo efficiency, upscale feel. It looked premium without the premium price. On paper, it was smart. Some early turbo engines suffered timing chain tensioner failures. When the tensioner failed, the chain slipped, valves met pistons, engine destroyed. Often on startup, no buildup, no long decline, just mechanical catastrophe. These cars didn't fail because owners abused them. They failed because complexity, cost cutting, and pressure for innovation collided. The lesson: reputation is not immunity. A badge doesn't guarantee durability. And when a car fails without warning, it doesn't just break, it betrays. Would you still buy any of these knowing the risks? Have you, or someone you know, experienced a sudden, no warning failure? Or do you think these stories are overblown? Drop your experience below. And if you want more breakdowns of car disasters most dealerships won't warn you about, you already know where to find them. Also, you know where the subscribe button is.